now saying that King Bach was never funny, King Bach was corny, King Bach set black people back all the way to slavery. But what if I told you that that's not even the real reason why people hate King Bach? What if I told you that there's a greater reasoning to why people dislike that man's—
like, this nigga King Bach, he just like aged like nut. He dried up really quick and left a stain. And not just on anything, on the black community. Oh, who that wasn't a— oh, who that wasn't a banger. Oh, who that wasn't a banger. Oh, who that wasn't a banger. Off the dome, nigga.
You're gonna find that reason. Now, first and foremost, where did
I freeballed that shit.
Bach even come from? I mean, I feel like every single year there's a King Bach Vine that goes viral on Twitter, and all the comments are in uproar saying that King Bach set black people all the way back to segregation. Like, it's actually wild. A few weeks ago, there was like this whole situation in Montgomery, Alabama, where there was like this huge fight.
Nigga forehead OD big as fuck.
Like, everyone started making memes about it. I mean, a dude swam across the lake just to fight. Somebody got hit with
real spill though. That whole bulging.
Some dude threw his hat up in the air and like,
that nigga could probably read my mind.
Like, it was a pretty crazy situation. And since everyone decided to make memes, the meme god himself, King Bach, decided to also hop on the trend. And that's when it all went downhill. King Bach decided to make this skit of like him throwing his hat up in the air and like a bunch of black people coming to help him when he had a problem, because that's kind of what happened in the video in the whole Montgomery brawl situation. And all the comments were like, yo, you are garbage.
That nigga real life popped an assist trophy though.
You're a terrible human being. You're annoying. You're corny. Go kill.
I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I'm not. But it made me think to myself,
Yellow mark.
Dang, like, when did every single human being hate this man King Bach? Like, back in 2015, I used to love that man. Like, even though now, like, yeah, the jokes are they're not that funny, but dog, King Bach was my guy back in 2015. I mean,
because we was a little kid. Like, we ain't know better. Like, when King Bach was up and shit, we just didn't know better. Hey, like, well, my fault. The niggas that were our age back then, they probably hated that nigga's guts because they knew better. But like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old us, bro, we didn't know better.
And King Bach getting hated on is back in 2020, which this situation I thought, oh my god.
Oh my god.
King Bach is a whole idiot.
I already know. The BLM shit.
That man like painted all over himself, like, rest in peace George Floyd. He put like the BLM logo on him. Like,
oh my god, this nigga's chest looks like a fucking trap house wall
with marker and stuff. And
now, I already said Kenny cool people.
Like, he put his fist up and made a TikTok about it. It was pretty cringe. And everyone was saying like, yo, how are you gonna say this when you were making freaking racist jokes back in 2015? Now, I'm not gonna lie, King Bach's vines, when you watch them, there's a lot of raccoon behavior, raccoon without the R. But I feel like a lot of people are forgetting what was in the media back in like 2015. Back in 2015, racist jokes and Vine went hand in hand. Literally all the most popular Vines are probably just some racist joke about black people versus white people, or freaking like some Asian joke or something.
That boy King Vader, he was nice as shit. Nah, do your research on Prime King Vader. I'm not gonna lie. Lennar was my #1 go-to, bro. Bro, like, he had this shit on lock.
Like, Hispanic joke. I mean, a lot of the jokes on Vine weren't clever at all. A lot of them were just dark.
You know what?
humor.
After this video, I'm making a Vine star tier list.
Which, not even dark humor, it was just like a stereotype. Now, let me say this right now. There's a difference between dark humor and just being blatantly racist. Like, if somebody just says, yo, knock knock, who's there? You're an N-word with the hard R. Like, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's kind of racist. But dark humor, on the other hand, I mean, I feel like if you can make a joke about an Asian person and then the Asian person laughs, I feel like that's dark humor, you know?
Exactly.
You make a joke about a black person and the black...
Hold on, let me think of a dark humor joke. Let me think. This is not mine, but Obama, if he was Hispanic. So my nigga, kiss the niggas be saying the N-word a lot. I got that shit off of Twitter. Not gonna lie, that tweet had me rolling. Because like, Hispanic niggas, they be saying the N-word like more than black people.
Piece on Vine back then when somebody dropped one, and I'm not saying this is right in any way. I'm not saying go up to your,
I'm gonna show the tweet later,
call him like a monkey.
I forgot how that went.
But the majority of people on Vine just enjoyed stereotypical jokes, and I think that was just the internet itself. Like, you guys
like, cause like Obama, he be saying a lot. Yeah.
Anwar Jabawi, he was like that Arabic dude. He would
I remember that nigga.
Always make stereotypical Arabic jokes. Then you got people like Josh Kwondike, who, dude, he would always make.
Right, no, cause I know his parents used to make him work double OT at their convenience store for making them goddamn like racist jokes, fool. I just know they did.
Stereotypical Arabic jokes. Then you got people like Josh Kwondike, who was also making stereotypical Asian jokes. Then you got the white people on Vine making all these stereotypical white people jokes. And then you got the black Viners like Jerry Perp Drink, Daystorm Power, King Batch, all making jokes about black stereotypes.
To be honest, I can't control like you think I'm super nigga? I can't control if like a Mexican says the N-word, to be honest. If they say it, they say it.
Stereotypes. Like, literally, when you think about Vine back then, like, a lot of the black Viners, they would just bank on Jordans, watermelon, and basketball. like, that's low-key wild when you think about it. But like I said, like, where did these jokes come from? The media. People were watching South Park, Family Guy, freaking Boondocks. A lot of this stuff was okay back then. Like, back then, dark humor was the key to make somebody laugh. But I think back in like 2018, 2019, and 2020, that's when there was like a whole like 180 turn on dark humor. Like, everyone was like, oh my gosh, stereotypical jokes aren't funny, racist jokes aren't funny.
Yeah, because I feel like as more the internet progresses, the less they tolerate certain shit.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, me myself, like, I don't mind a racist joke here and there. Like, if you're just being blatantly racist, like, I feel like that's different than, like,
if you funny with it, I don't care.
If you say a funny joke and it's like well crafted and I'm laughing, I'll be like, yo, what the heck, I was not expecting that, and it's a stereotypical joke, I'm gonna be like, okay, like, I'm gonna give you your props, I'm gonna laugh. But yeah, dark humor was wrong at one point, and I feel like that's when people started like bashing on King Batch, saying that like King Batch was never funny. But if you look back at all those Vines, everyone was doing stereotypical jokes. And just the internet itself, if you look at videos from back in 2015, everyone was saying some racist stuff, some crazy.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I don't even want to see that Legend of Zelda profile picture, bro. I don't. It just made my stomach boil.
Crazy stuff.
I don't even want to see that.
It's acceptable to say freaking slurs and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not saying that any of this stuff was okay, but it was just the point in time that like people were living. Like, nobody was really getting offended by that stuff, you know? And I feel like now dark humor is doing like a whole 360 because, bro, have you seen IG Reels comments? I know a lot of people don't really scroll through Instagram Reels. They usually scroll through like TikTok or something, but I've been scrolling through IG Reels a lot lately. And one thing I've been seeing are a lot of kids on my like Instagram Reels page. You know how on TikTok back then, like, you would just see like a random kid doing something on TikTok, and like a lot of people would just like it because they're like, like, you would just see like a random kid
nigga look like Ice Cube. Hold on, that's a kid
doing something on TikTok.
He look a little like Ice Cube though.
And like a lot of people just like it because they're like, yo, what is going on? Like, this kind of funny. Well, that's happening all over again with Instagram Reels. And you go to the comment section and the top comment will say something like, shut up, little nigga. And I'm not saying that that's okay at all. But when you see something like that, you're like, okay, what is going on?
If you use this sound, you will get a lot of likes, but creepy comments. I heard if you use...
Oh my god. That shit not even funny. Now, comments like those are not even funny.
Think that like the comments will be wholesome because it's a little kid just dancing, doing whatever, telling a joke, but the top comment will tell a little kid,
shut up, little nigga.
Like, bro, I'll be like, what the heck? Like, it's kind of funny. And with all that being said, I think the real reason why people hate King Batch so much is because there was no evolution with his content ever since 2015. I mean, the only difference from his Vines back then and his skits now are just the freaking quality. Like, his Vines probably had terrible quality because it was filmed off a freaking iPhone 5C, and now it's getting filmed off a freaking Sony Sony X7 6000 freaking nuclear galactic camera, but there's no difference within like the jokes. Like the punchlines are all the same. So in conclusion, King Bach is literally just funny to 2015 standards, not 2023 standards, if that makes any sense. I mean, I feel like people are just bored of his jokes, and that's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of his jokes literally just consist of, when the watermelon chicken is in your veins.
Hey, Slim, this nigga funny
and
as
also,
fuck.
I feel like King Bach didn't set black people back. Like, I feel like since everybody was making racist jokes back then, I don't really think it set anyone back. I think it was like, okay, now that we look at it from like 2023 standards, it's like, okay, that wasn't okay. Like that was wild. But to 2015 standards, that was okay in the media. So yeah, that's like my whole opinion on King Bach. Like, I don't hate the man because I don't really know the man or anything, but I understand like the hate around his content, you know? And tell me what you guys think about my take, like down below, because I feel like a lot of people will agree.
Nah, his takes be fire though. Nah, now I gotta make that Vine tier list. Let me see. Caleb City was one of the few Viners that still holds up due to his creativity. Yep, and Lenara too. Oh yeah, Heartstop Lucas. Yeah, he was nice too.
You don't love me no more. Tell me why you saying that. Anything I did, I had to take it back. Damn, how about a coupe and a lamb? Caught him all back and he ran. Woke up to 4 more bands. Now I can't hold my pants. Minded the gun is advanced. Switch on the Glock, it's a trend.